How can you do this? Well, in the small executive summary here, all a banker wants to know is what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, how you're going to fund it, and who's driving the bus. So let's talk about those 5. Not all 17. We're just going to talk about the 5 chapters from my table of contents, which you need to have in your business plan. If you can't figure out all the research, or the other 17 chapters are just too overwhelming, these are the 5 must-haves in your business plan. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Brian Lucier, and I'm here with another episode of a Golden Nugget Why Not Real Estate podcast. And today I want to unpack something really special. This is something that's really propelled our business out there, and I want to share it with you here on this podcast. What am I going to talk about? Business plans. Oh, I can hear you moaning and groaning, rolling your eyes, saying, look, I don't want to write this. I don't want to do all this extra research. I just want to find a deal, bring it down to the ground, start collecting rents. Yeah, well, that's fine. But if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. So let's come up with a business plan, okay? I have a few business plans here I want to just show you. The first one is our property management. This is our business plan for Bel Air Property Management. This is about 140 pages. It walks you through the market cycles, what we're going to do, who our targets are. Everything having to do about Bel Air Property Management is right in there. And I can tell you from day number 1, based off my projections, I was maybe off by $5 or $10 per door. I created the whole thing all on my ideas. Words create wealth. Remember that. These words created wealth. I was able to figure out what we were going to do, analyze what I thought our return per door would be, and here we are 10 years down the road, and I'm within $5 to $10 of those projections. And now with the rents going up, our spread and margin is even more than what we thought it would be in here. So I am going to unpack this in just a couple minutes and tell you what's in it. The next one I want to show you is for our holding company, BHB Group. This one's a little shorter. It's only 120 pages. Does the same thing. It walks you through everything having to do with this business, how we planned it, how we figured it out, who our team is, everything having to do. So one is our management side, one is our acquisition side. So we wrote 2 different business plans for the different properties or the different businesses we have. One is for buying the properties, one is for managing the properties. They're 2 separate businesses. Now, I know none of you out there want to break out a computer and start typing up 120 pages. It took me 3 months to write these. Nobody wants to do that. So all you really need to get your investors enticed or to go to a lending institution is about 5 pages. This is your basic business plan, pretty thin executive summary. This is the overview, the frosting. You're just giving them the 30,000 foot on what the business is and why they should invest with you. These are all the nuts and bolts for your research, where you can prove the executive summary that you put together has real numbers and facts and data to support it. Now, in each one of my big business plans, I've got 17 different chapters that I cover under the table of contents. Here in the small little one, you only need 5 points. So instead of going through all 17 of the table of contents on this, I'm going to break down the 5 points that you need to have in your business plan. And before I even get started, I want to tell you why having a business plan is so important. This one business plan has earned me hundreds of thousands of dollars. How can I say that? How is this true? I'll tell you how it's true. Because we came in with such a comprehensive idea and plan on how our business was going to run, I would bring this into a mortgage broker or a lending institution or an investor who's going to invest in our deals and hear this on the video. I'm a tricky boy. I would take it and drop it on the table and wait for this sound. The camera shook. It's that heavy. This has weight. This has substance. I dropped this in at one of our lending institutions. It was a federal credit union near in the location of one of the properties we bought. And he said, wait, let me go get the VP of commercial lending. He went in, he thumbed through this, he placed it on the table and he says, Brian, we do a lot of work with a lot of developers, a lot of companies like yours, a lot of investors, a lot of real estate people, and no one has ever came in with a book like this. Most of the time, what we get is a napkin or a couple pieces of paper where they jotted out some sketched out loose ideas. But you've done all this work. So I brought credibility to the table because I'd done my research and my market. Why is that important? Because with this business plan, I can buy 4, get 1 free. Buy 4, get 1 free. What is that and how is it possible? I'll tell you. Because I came in prepared and because I did my homework, I was able to secure lower interest rates and a lower down payment to do my deal because they trusted me because I'd done the work and I was credible. So what does this translate to? I was able to purchase properties instead of 25% down, putting 20% down with a better rate. Help me with the math here. Buy 4 at 20% down instead of 25% down. That 5th property, I've saved 5%, 5%, 5%, 5% on the first 4 deals. I had the 20% left over from the first 4 deals to buy the 5th deal. So where some investors are coming in with a napkin and a piece of paper, I'm coming in doing a little bit more homework, able to get an extra deal off the table because of my credibility and because I did my research and my homework. Buy 4, get 1 free. Okay, how can you do this? Well, in the small executive summary here, all a banker wants to know is what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, how you're going to fund it, and who's driving the bus. So let's talk about those 5. Not all 17. We're just going to talk about the 5 chapters from my table of contents, which you need to have in your business plan. If you can't figure out all the research or the other 17 chapters are just too overwhelming, these are the 5 must-haves in your business plan. First is your executive summary. What are you going to do? We are going to buy multifamily properties in emerging markets. We're going to explain our buy box. We're going to tell them why this is what we're doing and how we're going to make it work. That's our executive summary. 3-4 paragraphs top, 1 page. Nobody wants to read this to figure out what you're going to do. 1 page, executive summary. Next, your target markets. We talk about emerging markets. Explain what an emerging market is. Are you going to do a value add? Explain what a value add is. So your executive summary is your first page. Your second page are going to be your target market and your target customers. Where are you going to buy and why are you going to buy there? Who are you going to buy from? We've got other podcasts. We've got other blog posts that explain mailing lists and fishing in a barrel and how to do all that. It's in here, but I'm not going to do it on this video. I'm just going to tell you that your second page are your target markets and your target customers. The third thing you need in your business plan is your unique selling proposition. Why on earth should anyone place their money with you? What makes you so special from all the other investment options out there on the rack? Why should they invest in your deal instead of that guy's deal or that girl's deal or that corporation or their buddy or cousin, whatever? You need to nail your unique selling proposition so it is crystal clear what your company is about and what you're trying to achieve. The fourth thing you need in your business plan is your management team. Who's driving the bus, who's on the bus, and what are their core responsibilities? You got to have someone who knows underwriting like it's nobody else's business. Someone's got to understand market cycles. Someone's got to understand network relationships, building those relationships, finding the brokers, finding the deals, which markets to go in, which part of town to go in, the municipalities, doing the research, doing the vetting of the deals, doing all the due diligence of the deals. Somebody needs to figure all this stuff out, and you need to name who's doing it. Now, it might be one person who's subbing this out to other teams, and that's totally fine. You can work with brokers who will bring you deals. You can work with property managers who will fill in the blanks, but name them in your business plan. We're going into X market, we're going to work with XYZ brokers, we're going to work with XYZ mortgage brokers, we're going to work with these attorneys, we're going to work with this syndication attorney, we're going to work with these property managers. That's your team. They don't have to be part of your LLC. They don't have to be people on your payroll. They just have to be people that you're going to have a partnering relationship with that will get the deal done and who are professionals in what they do. Underwriting, you want to know how to do your underwriting. I would not trust millions of dollars on somebody else's spreadsheet. I would want to understand every penny. I would want to understand the value add. So that's on you. You got to understand that. Finally, the fifth piece of the puzzle for your business plan are your financial projections. What's it going to cost you to get in? What's it going to cost you to operate? What's it going to cost you on the day-to-day? How long are you going to hold it? What are your projected returns? What's your exit strategy? Do you have several exit strategies? If you have several exit strategies, how do those roll out? How do they play out? If this is another topic for another video, but buy and hold or buy and wait and see. Buy and wait and see. We'll cover that one in another video. You may find you go in, do your value add, and you hit your numbers. It's time to go. It's time to sell. It's time to refinance. You may have a 3 to 5 year plan in your business plan, but if your numbers hit it, you don't have to wait. You'll have a better IRR, you'll have a better return to your investors, you're in and out of the deal, you can go on to the next one. You got to know your financial projections. What does the deal look like when you exit? What do you project that you're going to be able to give back to your investors? Again, you can't guarantee anything. Every deal is different, markets are different, things happen, COVID happens, earthquakes happens, typhoons, earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, floods, who knows? On the other side, good things happen. Rents go up, industrial plants go in, jobs come into the market. So you're doing all your research and you've done all this, you're going to have a pretty good idea on how you can answer the question, how are my financials going to work? So again, your top 5, your executive summary, your target market and customers, your unique selling proposition, your management team, and your financial projections and your forecast. All right, so that's a business plan. I'm sure you can go on Google, find some great templates. Again, mine is 17 chapters. It took me about 3 months to figure out exactly what markets I was going to be in. So even though this looks pretty impressive, this is market specific. You can't pick this up and use it cookie cutter in Ohio or Orlando or Dallas or any of the other markets that we might be looking at, or in our backyard in Massachusetts or in California. You need to do the research in each one of those markets, and that's where the hard work comes in. You can check out government websites, municipalities websites, city data websites, census websites, job growth, and again, we cover this in other videos, but my main core on this video is to have a plan, because failing not to plan is planning to fail. All right, I hope this got you motivated to figure out a little bit more about what you can do to create your own business plan where you can actually create more wealth for yourself. Thank you again for tuning in. My name is Brian Lucier from the Why Not Real Estate Podcast with another Golden Nugget tip, signing off, and we'll see you on the next one.